Hello, everybody. My name is Caleb, and you're watching Live for Love TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Hey guys, you ever hear about Live for Love TV? I want you to like, share, and subscribe. Check it out, it's a bomb.
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today's the 6th day, the 4th month, 22nd year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Soja. That is the predominantly white reggae group that won the Grammys this year around. So I'm going to talk about them because there's a little bit of controversy. You know, the controversy is about their color, obviously. So about whether they deserve it and whether they should have won it. Now, the Grammys is something that most of us don't really care about. Let's be honest. Most of us who listen to reggae don't care about the Grammys, so we shouldn't get too emotional about it, no matter who wins it, because I don't know if it's the person who is the best artist that ever does win the Grammys. That's a bit like the Oscars. It's given to whoever people decide to give it to. So I don't know why people would get so emotional about it. Give an example. This particular group has been nominated twice before in 2015 and 2017, and they lost it to Ziggy Marley. Now, where can you go in the reggae world, dance, club, party, and hear a Ziggy Marley record? Where do you go? In 2015, was anybody listening to this playing Ziggy Marley records? Or 2017? Yet he won it twice. That beat out this group right now. So it's not about who wins it, it's about whether we want someone who doesn't look like us to win it. I don't even know where Ziggy Marley lives. I don't know where he resides. I don't know what he's about, and I certainly don't know anything about his music of the last few years. But I certainly know it doesn't represent a big amount of people that I talk to. When people send me records and they send me music all the time, they never send me a track of Ziggy Marley. So, you know, if you're going to be up in arms about this group winning it, it must be based on the fact that they're just not good enough to win it. Ziggy Marley seems to be good enough to win it so many times. I don't know how that's happened anyway. But again, back to this group, Soja. I listened to their stuff, and obviously, I mean, I couldn't play that stuff. I listened to it, I couldn't listen to that stuff. I mean, it's tinny. But you got to remember that when it comes to selling records, these kind of groups, white groups, they have a massive white audience around the world. And these people spend money on records and buy concerts and go to their concerts and spend big money to get in. And this is how it's always been. So it's driven by money and album sales. Now, we know back in the day from the 70s when reggae really came to the foretold that these artists made their name in Jamaica. But the truth is they became financially successful outside of Jamaica because the money was being spent outside of Jamaica. It was in the UK and other places, Germany and Europe and sometimes America, where people were buying the records. It wasn't so much in Jamaica, the heartland, because, you know, we didn't have the money. We didn't have the power to spend on records like that. We're coming from a, you know, underclass of people, majority of us. So we didn't have that sort of money. You know, we have to make ends meet. So people weren't buying records on that level. So that's the reason why, you know, people like the great Bob Marley made it so big outside of Jamaica and became the international star that he did. So we got to put all of these things into the mix. It's not just straight that this is a white group. You know, UB40 apparently is the biggest selling reggae group of all time. UB40. Now, a lot of us can say they've got one or two good tracks, but how did they become the biggest selling group of all time? They've got a massive white audience that spend money on them over the years. So these people are recognized by the finances. You can't have somebody making that kind of money, bringing in that sort of crowds, playing in those massive stadiums and then not recognize them in some way. It would be ridiculous. So this is what's happening with this white group. So I don't think people should get too irate about it. Don't get too emotional about it. As I said already, most people who listen to reggae, we really don't watch the Grammys to that level. We listen to see who they put up there and who they're going to put. But, you know, Berry's Hammer will be playing all year. You go any club, anywhere in the world, on the beach, wherever, you'll hear Berry's. But how often does he win the Grammys? Not that often. So it's not really based on what me and you are listening to. Never has been. It's more based on money, influence, power, and visual arts, and people who can push their people out there more than anybody else. And this group has probably been pushed more than anybody else. So don't take it to heart. Don't get too upset. Keep the Live for Love thing going and take care. See you soon.
One step more, one step of soul.